Good afternoon, everybody. I want to recall what we did in last 6 lectures briefly. Um, the first we started with the cool dimension, definition, motivation, and we listed some desired properties. And this definition, as you saw, it came from Zariski topology on the spectrum of a ring. Then we recalled some properties of the spectrum, especially the formal Hilbert-Lewis nuts. Then finite type algebra over a field K. We have this concept of K spectrum, which is a subset of maximal spectrum, which is a subset of prime spectrum, and all the Zariski topologies are induced from the Zariski topology of the prime spectrum. And also we saw this setup matches with the classical Zariski topology, which was defined by using the common zeros of finitely many polynomials. Then we have gone to study integral extensions, and we noted that dimension equal to dimension V. This follows from a going up theorem, and also we listed other Cohen-Seidenberg theorems. Then we have gone to going down theorem. Then we came to NNL, Noether's normalization lemma, and many of its consequences, particularly proof of the Hilbert-Lewis nuts in a classical setup. Then we have seen Jacobson rings. Then for finite type algebras over a field, we proved that the dimension is related closely to the transcendent degree of the quotient field if A is an integral domain. Then we have checked that the dimension of the polynomial ring over a field is the number of variables, and the dimension of hypersurface in n space is one less than the ambient space. So these were also desirable properties when we listed the cool dimension. Then in the last 2 lectures, we have gone to graded rings and graded modules. Then we have defined Hilbert functions. Then Hilbert Poincare series. And then we proved Hilbert-Say's theorem. And when you have a standard graded algebra over a field, then we check that the cool dimension of Kx1 Xn mod that homogeneous ideal is the degree of Kx1 X2 Xn mod A plus 1, where the degree was defined by using the Hilbert polynomial of the graded algebra. Now in all these things you see, we have we have seen that we wanted to prove that how to compute cool dimension, and how do you see that it is finite in some good cases, and how does one relate it to the other numbers. So for example, transcendent degree and the degree of the Hilbert polynomial, etc. So now I am going to start with local rings, and then do similar to this Hilbert-Say's theorem, and we have to define also corresponding Hilbert functions and so on. So that is what we do today. So next slide, please. Okay. So now I have written these notes not on my pages but on the iPad. So I had a lot of practice with that, but I still don't have practice with how to put on this on the sharing thing. All right. So in this section, I will recall what are filtrations and the lemma of Artin-Ries. So let A be a Noetherian ring, Q be an ideal. Then a descending filtration of a module M is an infinite descending chain of submodules, M0, M1, and so on. It's a descending chain of submodules. It is called a Q filtration if Q times Mn is contained in the next one, Mn plus 1 for all n. Then it is called a Q filtration. It is called Q stable Q filtration or Q good filtration if actually the equality happens for large n. The other one is for all n and this one is for large n. Large n means after some stage all are equal. For example, if you have M is an A module, then this filtration Q power n and Q power n times M, these are filtrations on the ring A and a module, and they are all stable Q filtrations, and we will call them as Q-adic filtrations of A and M respectively. Next slides. All right, so the next one, next example, that if Mn is a Q filtration of M and N is a submodule of M, then if you intersect this filtration with the submodule N, that is a Q filtration on N, since Q times Mn is contained in Mn plus 1, and then you intersect and multiply by Q and so on. So it's a Q filtration on N. All right, so now the lemma is, if I have two filtrations, Q stable filtrations, then there exists N naught in N such that M n plus N naught is contained in M prime N, and the other way, M prime N plus N naught is contained in M for all N. This is very easy. I think I should skip it. Just skip it, go to the next slide. Okay, so we are here the definition. The filtrations, Q-adic filtration will give two standard a standard graded algebra and a module over that, graded module over that. One of them is, so the standard graded algebra is A algebra. That means the zeroth component of this graded ring is A. That is RQA. This is a direct sum of powers of Q. This is, the notation is this because it is also called a Ries algebra of Q. And note
sir, could you please once go back to the definition of Q-adic filtration?
Sure. Okay. This is a Q-adic filtration. That is powers of Q, powers of that ideal, and the powers of ideal times that module M. This is a Q-adic filtration on the module, and this is Q-adic filtration on the ring. Is it okay, Gargi?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So now you get this Ries algebra, that is the direct sum of Q power N. And note that this is a standard graded algebra. You know, zeroth component of this is the algebra A. This is the ring A. And it is generated, obviously, it is generated by the first component. N equal to N is the ideal. So these F1 to Fr are the generators of the ideal Q. Therefore, it is a Noetherian ring because A was Noetherian. And you have a graded module, that is this one. It's obviously a graded module. And this lemma says, which is a criteria of the stability. How do you check that given filtration, Q filtration, it's stable? Or some people also call it, see here, they call it also Q good. I call it stable. Sometimes I might have used the words interchangeably. So Q stable means, you know, after some stage, Q times Mn becomes Mn plus 1. That's for large M. So criteria for stability is very nice. This given filtration is Q stable if and only if there is a M star. M star is this module, Mn, direct sum Mn. This is a finite module over this graded algebra, standard graded algebra, Rees algebra. Then it is Q stable. Now again the proof, I am going to skip it, it's written here. Because we will run out of time today. There are many slides. So this is very there should not be a problem. You should read this proof. I am going to skip it. So just remember, stability of the Q filtration is equivalent to saying this M star module is a finite module over this Rees algebra. And therefore it is Noetherian. Because this Rees algebra is Noetherian. All right. So now the Artin-Rees lemma. It says that if you have a Noetherian ring, Q an ideal, M a finite A module, and suppose I have given a stable Q filtration on M, and M prime is a submodule of M, then the induced filtration is also stable. In particular, if you take a q-adic filtration, Mn is this Q power n times n, then you can find n naught such that this you have intersected with this, so it's a filtration on M prime. This is this Q power n minus n naught times this for all large n bigger equal to n naught. That is. Proof is very simple. Just see, because this is obvious inclusions. Q times this, and this is contained in M prime, this is contained in Mn plus 1 because this is a Q filtration. This is true for all n, and this is a Q filtration. Therefore, it defines a graded RQ module M prime star, which is a submodule of M star. But this stability of the original filtration is equivalent to saying this M star is a finite module over this Noetherian ring. Therefore, this is a Noetherian module. Therefore, this M prime, which is a sub of that is also Noetherian. And therefore, it is finite. And therefore, by the stability, it is Q stable. Very, very simple. It's only a matter of the definition of Q stable filtration. Corollary is Krull's intersection theorem that says if you have an Noetherian ring and Q an ideal in A, M finite module, then if I take intersection of all these powers of Q times M, this intersection is satisfy this equation, A times M prime equal to M prime. Moreover, if this given ideal Q, if it was contained in the Jacobson radical of the ring, then by Nakayama lemma, this M prime will be 0. And that is what is written. In particular, I have written. In particular, when you apply this thing for M equal to the ring, then you get Q power n equal to 0. So, proof by Artin-Rees lemma, you can find n naught such that if I take M prime equal to this, then this is Q times this. This is the precisely Artin-Rees lemma. This is contained in Q M prime for every n large. So if Q were contained in the Jacobson radical, so this proves it's equal. M prime is contained in Q M prime, we have checked. The other way is obvious, so it proves this. Oh, this should be ideal Q, not A. This is ideal Q. Kriti, can you make please the correction? So this corollary is evident. Nakayama lemma shows that this is 0. So this also I will use it when in the next lecture I will start doing completion. These Krull's intersection theorem as well as Artin-Rees lemmas are very important for completion also. All right, now comes the matter of the analogues of the Hilbert functions. to now a local case. Now I will assume a Noetherian and semi-local ring. Semi-local means the maximal spectrum is a finite set. That means there are finitely many maximal ideals. So an ideal Q is called ideal of definition if it is in between a power of Jacobson radical and power of the Jacobson radical for some n. So where recall this MA is the Jacobson radical of A. What this is equivalent to saying that Q is contained in MA and A by Q is Artinium. That is the length is finite. Why that? That is because if I have to check this length is finite, I have to check the support is consist of maximal ideals. One of the lecture I recalled so many things about support and associated prime. So now I will use them very much in this lecture. So, but what is the support of A by Q? Because Q is in between the Jacobs or this, in between this, I claim that the support has to be the all maximal ideals because where assumption is maximal ideal spectrum is finite. So therefore, if somebody contains the support, it will contain all the maximal ideals and so on. So therefore, support is full of, it's completely equal to the maximal spectrum. And that is equivalent to saying that this A by Q is Artinian ring. In particular, if A is local, then the Q in between the maximal ideal in power that is primary already, M primary. All right, so with this notation, I am going to define a numerical function. The numerical function is, it will depend on this ideal Q, this ideal of definition. So n going to length of M by Qn plus 1m. This is called a Hilbert-Samuel function of M with respect to this ideal. This length is also finite because, again, you look at the support of this, it will contain, it is equal to support of M intersection V of this Q, and therefore it is, so it's again finite length, so this makes sense. So this is called a Hilbert-Samuel function. See, Hilbert did it for the graded ring and Samuel did it for the local ring and arbitrary ideal of definition. So now the next theorem will tell, this is the analog of the Hilbert-Serre theorem. So A Noetherian ring, M is a finite module, Q is an ideal with this condition. I am little bit more general than this I am doing it. Here I have assumed that it is semi-local. Now in this, I am not even assuming semi-local, but I am assuming that the length of M by Qm is finite. That is an assumption. And suppose I have a Q-good filtration of M, then the length of M by Mn is also finite for all n, and the numerical function n going to length of M by Mn, this is a polynomial type function of degree less equal to minimal number of generators of Q by Q square and positive leading coefficient. So now, before we go on to the proof, just see it. Samuel, he was a French mathematician. He was a student of Zariski. He wrote the 2 volumes, famous book on commutative algebra, Zariski Samuel. He was a member of the Bourbaki group, or those who read Bourbaki books. And his lecture notes on unique factorization domains played very significant role in computing Picard group and of a Zariski surface. So this theorem he proved in this algebra local in 1953. Algebra local, this is the book which centers around the local study of algebraic varieties. All right, so this is the first time when these Hilbert-Samuel functions and Hilbert-Samuel polynomials are introduced. It's very nice to read it. The only problem is it is in French, but in any case, French is much easier to read than German. All right, so let us start the proof. Proof is, of course, in this proof, we are going to use Hilbert-Serre theorem. So from a local situation, like from this, we are going to go back to a graded situation and then use Hilbert-Serre. That is the idea in the proof. So first of all, if you put A to be the annihilator of M, then look at the support of this Q plus A mod Q plus A. That is V of Q plus A. That is obvious, no? Because this we have been earlier lectures, the quotient rings, residue class rings, and closed set defined by that. That is, the supports are same that we have seen earlier. But this is a plus. So V of the plus is V of the intersections. And this is therefore this Q, and this is an annihilator. So it is a support of M by QM. I skipped one inequality here. I should have written this V of A is the support M and then this, but it's okay. And now we are assuming the length is finite. Therefore, this support of M by QM is contained in the maximal spectrum. That is because of this assumption. So therefore, we have this. So therefore, this ring A by Q plus A, the support of this ring is contained in the maximal ideal. So this also shows that this ring is Artinian. So if I put A bar to be A by Q, that A is the annihilator of M. Then Q bar is this, and M is finite A module given, but this A was the annihilator of M, so it is also modulo A prime, same module structure actually, not A prime, A bar, same module structure, so it's finite A bar module, and A bar by Q bar, this is Artinian, because just now you saw A bar by Q bar is this, so that is, this ring is Artinian, and all lengths involved are the same whether you consider it as A module or A bar module, because the module structures are same. So therefore length, that is length of M by Mn is same thing as length of A bar or A bar as M by Mn, and similarly this. Therefore, if I replace A by A bar, we can assume the ring is Artinian. I should have written here something A by Q I should have written. Yeah, A by Q. I'm okay. So here this component. So you can remove this sentence. We may assume. I don't know. Is not needed here. Now consider the associated graded ring of Q. That is this A by Q algebra. So what I meant to see here, that I want to replace A by A bar, and I want to assume that A bar by Q bar, that is A by Q is Artinian. This should be A by Q. A by Q. Here it should be A by Q. So associated graded ring, this is a standard A by Q algebra, and because of this, our assumption that I have gone mod A, and this become now A by Q, this is the Artinian ring. So this is the associated graded ring is a standard algebra, graded algebra over this Artinian ring. That was the assumption in our Hilbert-Serre theorem. And the associated graded module of the filtration is this. GRM is Mi by Mi plus 1. And since this is a finite A module and the filtration is good, then this one, GRM, is a finite graded GRQA module. This is because of that lemma on the criterion for the stability of the filtration. Note here also, it is worthwhile to note that this associated graded ring is the Riesz algebra of the ideal Q by Q square of the ring A by Q. So we are applying there. It's a graded, this lemma is applicable, and that lemma says that this graded GRM is a finite graded module. Now see, we have come to a situation where this GRM is a graded module, finite, or this associated graded ring. So we can apply Hilbert-Serre. Right? So here also I have written, again I have checked that length of M by Mn is also finite. That was a part of this assertion. Here, this one. So that is again easy to check because this is a good filtration. Q power n times m is contained in Mn, contained in M. And for large n, this equality holds here. For large n. Therefore, the length of this, length of M over Mn is less equal to length of M over Q power nm. And this one is, we are assuming it is finite because look at the support. This is support is contained in the maximal ideal and so on. So therefore, we have proved the assertion that this part M by Mn is a finite length for all n in a good filtration. So the numerical function, that makes sense. We want to show it is a polynomial type of degree less equal to this and positive leading coefficient. All right, so we are here. So we are going to apply Hilbert-Serre theorem and conclude what? Now I have to take the numerical Hilbert function of this graded module over this associated graded. So that is n going to the length of this nth component of this module. So that is the Hilbert function of this graded module. And we have proved there that it is a polynomial type of degree less equal to the number of generators of the standard algebra minus 1. But the standard algebra is generated by Q square. Therefore, it is less equal to the minimal number of generators for Q by Q square minus 1. And also we have checked that it has a positive coefficient. In fact, we have checked that the degree of this polynomial factorial times the leading coefficient is positive. Therefore, leading coefficient is positive. This was part of checking we have done in Hilbert-Serre theorem. All right, now what is the next part? We have to prove that this is of degree 1 more. That was, this is, now we are taking the function this, length of M by Mn. And we want to prove that, see here, I will show you. This is polynomial type of degree less equal to this. So we have to prove that this is for this Hilbert function. But now we are taking the function M by Mn. So look at this exact sequence. Short exact sequence and compare the lengths. So length of this, the middle one, minus length of this, the extreme right one, that is equal to length of this. But this length, we know it is a for large n, the Hilbert polynomial that I have written here, evaluated at n. This is for large n. So therefore, this left hand side is a numerical function of polynomial type this polynomial. This polynomial has 1 less than the degree of this polynomial is less equal to 1 less than the mu of q by q square. Therefore, if you consider this function, this numerical function, this left hand side is delta gn. This is delta gn. And we have checked in last lecture or lecture before that, if you take delta, if delta is a polynomial function of some degree, then the original function is also a polynomial function and degree will increase by 1. So that is what it proves now, that this polynomial function has a degree less equal to 1 more than that of this degree p. So therefore we prove this equality, and with this theorem is proved. Now definition. Now see, our assumptions are same like this theorem. So what are the assumptions? Let us understand. A is a Noetherian ring, M is a finite module, and Q is an ideal with the property that M by Qm has a finite length. Then we proved that if you take a good filtration and then take the numerical function, it is a polynomial type of degree less equal to Q by Q square and positive leading coefficient. In fact, leading coefficient will have this form degree factorial divided by some positive natural number divided by the d factorial, where d is the degree of this polynomial function. All right, so the same assumption for a Q stable filtration, we have defined this polynomial, and also we have defined this is this. You see the difference between the notation. This is for the q-adic filtration, and this is for the Q stable filtration. This is Mn. So just note the difference. And what did we prove? That these polynomials, they are associated polynomials to the numerical functions, this and this. And what are the values at n? At n, that is length of m by mn, and this is length of m by q power n times m. These are the functions. These functions are called Hilbert-Samuel functions, and these polynomials are called Hilbert-Samuel polynomials. So remember, this is a q-adic filtration, and this is one of them is q-adic filtration, and the other is I have not written this sentence completely. This is this one is with respect to the Q stable filtration, and this one is the q-adic filtration. So that's maybe I goofed up in the sentence. Is it clear? This one is for the Q stable filtration Mn, and this one is for the q-adic filtration. So this one is I've written up here this q-adic. This one should go here and Q stable. All right. So the next theorem now is we are assuming the same assumptions in B2, and then what are you going to prove? So we have these two polynomials, and we are now proving what is the relation between the leading coefficient and the degrees. See, all that we have proved in this theorem is this is a polynomial type of degree less equal to this and positive coefficient. Now, once I have taken this Q good filtration, that is Q stable filtration, and the other one is actually q-adic filtration. Then we have these polynomial functions. Then the theorem says their degrees are equal and their leading coefficients are equal. So again, how do we prove this? This is again very easy. you just look at for large n, because this is Q good filtration or Q stable filtration. For large n, or there exists n naught, so that this Mn, this is because it is Q stable, and this contained here is because of this. It follows that for large n, if I take P of this filtration evaluated at this, that is length of A by Q, M by M n plus n naught. This is with the definition for large n. And because of this inclusions, this one, this length, the smallest module, so the length is bigger than M by Q and M. And this is still bigger than, no, here it should take here. This is still bigger than M by Mn, because this Mn is the biggest one. So this length M, I should have written M here. So this length and this, so this is bigger, but this one is by definition PQM evaluated at M, and this one is by definition PMN M evaluated at M. This is the polynomial corresponding to the Q good filtration. This is a polynomial corresponding to the Q-adic filtration, and this is the polynomial corresponding to the Q good filtration, and they are related like this. So this polynomial is evaluated at this is bigger equal to this, bigger equal to this. Now see, this and this is the same polynomial, but evaluated at n and e, this is evaluated at n plus n naught. N naught is fixed natural number, and this is in between. Now therefore, if you have such a situation, see, I have written it in a footnote. If you have two polynomials with rational coefficients, positive leading coefficients, and if this inequality, then the degree of this has to be bigger equal to degree of this. Moreover, if the degrees are equal, then the leading coefficient is bigger equal to leading coefficient. So because of that, this will follow. These inequalities will follow. Because of this, these inequalities will follow. But also, if I take n naught, then these two are equal. The degrees are equal, and therefore the degrees of this has to be, the degree of this polynomial has to be equal to degree of this. And similarly, again, use to prove that their leading coefficients are equal, we use this observation. If ft is a polynomial with rational coefficients, n naught is a fixed integer, and if degree of ft is equal to degree of this, and the leading coefficient of this equal to leading, then the leading coefficient, then for this polynomial and this integer, the degrees are equal and the leading coefficients are also equal. That is very simple, just to evaluate. So what did we check? We checked that the Hilbert-Samuel polynomial of the Q good filtration and Hilbert-Samuel polynomial of the Q-adic filtration have the same degrees and same leading coefficients. And we are interested in the degree of this. And we are hoping that this will give us a cool dimension. Exactly same as in the graded case. And this leading coefficient will give you what is called multiplicity. That we will see it. All right. So we are now. What happens if we change the ideal? That is the content of this theorem. So now what are the assumptions? If you have an Noetherian ring, finite module, Q is an ideal with a length m by qm is finite, and the degree of the polynomial, then the degree of the polynomial, Hilbert-Samuel polynomial corresponding to this Q, depend only on the support. And what is support? Support is support M intersection VQ. What does that mean? Depends only on the support means if I have another ideal with the condition that no, with this support equal to this support, this is given support, then first of all length of this is finite because this support is contained in the maximal ideal and the supports are equal. Therefore, this support is also contained in the maximal ideal. Therefore, length is finite. And degrees are equal then. That is what it means by the degree is independent of the, it depends only on the support. All right. So again, let us put Q to be the annihilator. Then what is the support of M by QM? That is support of M intersection V of Q. This is equal to support of M is V of the annihilator. That is this, and this one is V property. V of the intersections of the V's is the V of the sum. And we are assuming this length is finite. That means this support is contained in the maximal spectrum. But we are assuming now this support equal to this support. This support equal to this support. But this is equal to this. And this is equal to this. Therefore, all these are equal. Rows, they are all equal. Therefore, in particular, this support is contained in the maximal spectrum. Therefore, the length of this is finite. Length of M by Q prime M is finite. And that means what? That means these V's are equal. That means the radicals are equal. This is the formal Knut-Standards. And therefore, these two ideals have the same radical. And therefore, we can find, and we are in a Noetherian ring. Ideals are finitely generated. So you can find N naught so that some power of this ideal is contained in this. And therefore, what happens to Q prime N naught M? I'm just substituting this because this A annihilates M anyway. So this equality is clear. And this one is contained in now because of this containment. This one is contained in A plus QM. But again, A annihilates M. Therefore, this is Qm. Therefore, Q prime, some power of Q prime times M is Qm, contained in Qm. Therefore, raise it further to N. Q prime N and naught is contained in Q prime Qn M, which is contained in M. Now take the lengths. Now PQM at N is the length of this. And this length is less equal to length of this. That is length of M by Q prime and N naught M. But this is precisely P Q prime M evaluated at N and naught. And this is for large N because I am taking the polynomials evaluated. If you take the Hilbert-Samuel function, then they will be all the way equal. But these are the polynomials. So I have two polynomials, and they're for large N, the one evaluated at N is the other evaluated at N times N naught or some N naught. So this bigger equal to. So therefore, this first of all tells that the degree of this polynomial is less equal to degree of this polynomial. That clear? If I have some polynomial of some degree and I substitute x equal to t equal to t times n naught, then the degree will be bigger. And we have proved one inequality, but now I interchange the roles q and q prime. Then we get the other equality. That means the degrees are same. Now the corollary is we have checked that the degree is independent. The only assumption we need is this length of QM is finite. This is the only assumption we need. So the corollary says, now I am assuming A to be Noetherian semilocal ring. Semilocal means the spectrum is maximal spectrum is finite. Then if I have two ideals of definition, that means they are in between Jacobson radical and the some power of the Jacobson radical. Two ideals like that. Then the degrees of these polynomials are same. That is because these assumptions of this lemma are satisfied now. Because what is if I take Q to be the ideal of definition, what will be the support? We have seen it is a full, it is the, this one is V of Q is then V of the spectrum. I will show you the first slide. Maximal spectrum. Here, see here. If Q is ideal of definition, then it is in between. Therefore, the support of this is the full maximal ideals. So therefore, assumptions in this proposition, in this theorem are satisfied for both. And this length is also satisfied. So the degree of this and degree of the other one, because both are, this V of Q is the SPM A. So both the supports are equal. Therefore, the degrees are equal. So therefore, in a semilocal situation, whether you take a QRD filtration on M, QRD filtration on M, or Q prime adic filtration on M, and you take this Hilbert-Samuel polynomial, they have the same degree. That's what the corollary says. Now, therefore, this definition makes sense. If we have a Noetherian semilocal ring, M is a finite module and Q is an ideal of definition of A, then we can define dm equal to the degree of this polynomial, which is also equal to degree of Pm. I could have taken that Q to be Jacobson radical only. This is, I have forgotten the suffix A here. This is the Jacobson radical. Therefore, this D doesn't depend on this ideal of definition. All right, for zero ideal, zero module, we are going to put D of 0 equal to minus infinity. Now let us note a simple observation. Oh, this is dm, not degree. This is a dm. Dm equal to minus infinity if and only if m equal to 0. All right, so dm is minus infinity. Then that means this polynomial of minus infinity degree. That means it's a zero polynomial. And hence, Hm, the Hilbert-Samuel function corresponding to this m, is 0 because this polynomial is 0. So this is 0. For large n, this polynomial, this at n, this polynomial and this is a function. So they agree only for large n. If this polynomial is 0 for large n, this Pm m at n is 0 for large n, but that equal to this for large n. Therefore, Hm m at n is 0 for large n, but that is equivalent to saying what is this? This was the length of m by m power nm. That means the length is 0 means they are equal. M equal to m power nm for large n. But this is a Jacobson radical. Therefore, m equal to 0 by Nakayama's lemma. So we proved one implication. If dm is minus infinity, then the module has to be 0. Converse is trivial. If the module is 0, then all lengths are 0. So the function is 0. Therefore, the polynomial corresponding to that function has to be the zero polynomial. And therefore, the degree is zero polynomial has degree minus infinity. So therefore, the other implication is trivial. All right, so we are interested in this degree. All right, now we want to prove actually this degree is the dimension. That's what we are heading to. So another lemma. Suppose Q is the ideal of definition in a Noetherian semi-local ring and M be a finite A module. If M is non-zero, then dm is less equal to mu q. Q is this ideal. In particular, I can take Q equal to the Jacobson radical. So in particular, dm is less equal to mu of minimal number of generators of the Jacobson radical. In particular, if I take a local ring, then what do we get? We get dm is less equal to mu of the minimal number of generators of the maximal ideal, but this equal to the dimension of the A by M vector space M by M square. And this number, this is a finite dimensional vector space because we are in a Noetherian ring. This dimension is called the embedding dimension. So what we, a very particular case of this lemma is dm is bounded by the embedding dimension. This is immediate from the B7, B2 and Nakaman lemma again. So it's very easy. Any question? This is very important. Next lecture, I am going to prove dimension theorem. If no question, I will go on. All right. The next proposition now, you see similar. These are way to compute exact sequences and comparison, submodule, quotient module. All these is way to, it will be useful for the computational purpose. These are the rules for computation, if you like. All right. So if you have a Noetherian semi-local ring, Q is ideal of definition. And if you have an exact sequence, then exact sequence of finite modules, then the polynomials, what are the polynomials now? PQM prime, then PQM and PQM double prime. These are the polynomials. And now if this is the polynomials, this one, and the next one is the difference of these two polynomials. These two polynomials have the same degree and the same leading coefficients. We are always interested in the degree because it will give you dimension, and we are also interested in the coefficient because it will give you geometric importance. Or what will it be? The multiplicity. So that is the first assertion. The degree of the submodule, the polynomial of the smaller submodule, and the difference of these two have the same degree and same leading coefficients. And B part is degree of the smaller one is less equal to the degree of the middle one. So let us prove that. This is very easy again. You just have to write down the inequalities with the lengths. So now look at, you take this quadratic filtration and M. See now, these are the polynomials corresponding to the Hilbert-Sample functions corresponding to the quadratic filtrations. But we have also seen that if you take any other stable Q good or Q stable filtration, then you know how they are related. The polynomials are same. The polynomials are, their degrees and coefficients are same. That is what we proved in the theorem, earlier theorem. All right. So now I take this filtration Mn prime is, you intersect this q-adic filtration. And then the Artin-Rees lemma says this filtration is M-adic filtration on the M prime. And hence the additivity of the lengths we have. Just now look at the length of M by Qn plus 1m. This is length of Qn plus 1m. I've added M prime to that. But this is I've added here. So it's here, right? And this one is now, this one view the isomorphism theorem that this intersection. So I have gone this. But so, when you write this, you get this, you somewhere you have to use that, the isomorphism theorem. No? So it is this. And therefore, just check this. So you have checked that m by q power n plus 1m is same as these two. But what are the two now? This one, this function will give you for large n, which polynomial? This polynomial. This polynomial. And this one will give this polynomial, m double prime polynomial. So if I shift this to the other side, that function, the numerical function, the polynomial function and the corresponding polynomial will be this polynomial. The polynomial on the difference polynomial. And this one is left. But this one is the Hilbert-Samuel function for this q-adic filtration on M prime. And therefore it is this one. So therefore we get this. I just wrote as it is. This equal to this plus this. So the polynomial is this equal to this polynomial plus this polynomial. And therefore, the assertion is immediate because what is B4? No, B4 is here. If I take q-adic filtration or q-stable filtration or q-good filtration, the degrees are same and leading coefficients are same. So that will immediately give you this part. Degrees are same and the leading coefficients are same. And now this B will be clear from here. This has to be smaller. Because if it is bigger, smaller equal. If it is bigger, then these values, the degree will be more. And therefore that cannot happen. So it is, the degree is small. These are very simple observations. You have to do it for polynomials. These are not much to do with module and ideal and so on. So you just have to remember they are polynomials, leading coefficients positive, and they are polynomial functions. They are for large n. They are equal. All right. So that proves this proposition. You have to go home and go through it again in your way. Your definition should be very clear. And the only theorem is the Samuel theorem, which we deduce from the Hilbert-Serre theorem. Okay, corollary is the same assumption notation as above, that is A Noetherian, Q is an ideal, and length of M by QM is finite. These are the assumptions. Let A be a non-derivative either for a module M. M is a finite module. Then when you go mod it, the degree drops. Degree drops. Again, apply proposition 4b, this one. So I will get the exact sequence, that is, this will be multiplication by A and this will be mod A. So now this says this, to apply that to this part. So that shows that this, see here, this polynomial equal to actually this polynomial. So the degree of this has to be smaller. Smaller, strictly smaller. But this equal to this. So it cannot happen that the coefficient here is getting cancelled here because, or this has more degree because this is a negative coefficient. This is a positive coefficient. So the only possibility is the degree drops when you apply part A of the above proposition to this exact sequence. All right. Now, this lemma just gather the information from the earlier proposition about the D. D is the degree. So A is, if you have a quotient module, then the degree cannot be bigger. If you have a submodule, then the degree cannot be bigger. And if you have a non-zero module, and if somebody is a non-zero divisor, then D should drop exactly by, D should drop. How much? It will be exactly by 1. We will see that. So this one is just a statement which comes from here. This is the corollary, this C is the corollary, and A and B are this. This is M prime, so dm prime is less equal to, and this is part A here. That is this one. Okay, next proposition. Now relate the dimension. Very interesting proof. If you have a Noetherian semilocal ring and M is a finite module over A, then dimension of M is less equal to D of M. Remember, the D of M is the degree of the Hilbert-Samloop polynomial. Doesn't matter which ideal of definition we take, that we have checked. And this dimension is what? This is a Krull dimension. What was the Krull dimension by definition of a module? That is Krull dimension of this ring, A by annihilator of M, which is dimension of the support. The support is a closed set in a Zariski topology. In fact, it is precisely V of annihilator of M. And that ring corresponds to this. So that is the definition of a Krull dimension. And we want to prove that this Krull dimension is smaller or equal to the dimension D of M. So in particular, it shows that the dimension of a finite module or a semilocal ring is finite. In particular, it shows that if M equal to A, it shows that dimension of a Noetherian semilocal ring is finite. In particular, it shows the dimension of a Noetherian local ring is finite. Also, in particular, it shows that if I take a Noetherian ring and a prime ideal there, and if I localize there, then I get a local ring. The dimension of that local ring is finite. All right, so let us prove this. This is very, very important observation. Now, next time, I would define one more integer, and we will prove that the dimension M, dm, and that integer, they are all equal. And this is the content of the dimension theorem. This is chapter 12 of Atiyah-McDonald. All right, now, first of all, we may assume this M is a non-zero module. If M is 0, then both sides are okay. Minus infinity, minus infinity. So we may assume M is non-zero. And now I am going to prove this assertion, this inequality by induction on dm. I cannot prove induction here because I don't even know it is finite. So induction on dm. See, if one understands definitions very clearly, then all these things are pretty clear and one should not get difficulty while reading the proof. All right, so induction on this dm. So suppose dm is 0. What does dm 0 means? the Hilbert-Samuel polynomial corresponding to M is degree 0 polynomial. It can't be 0 polynomial, but it's a degree 0 polynomial, so it must be constant. So in particular, then m power n, m and m power n plus 1 m, this should be, they are equal for large n because they are constant, no? Length of m by m power n m equal to length of m power n plus 1 times m. These two lengths are equal. Therefore, the denominators are equal. Therefore, these two are equal. But that is for large n. But then Nakayama lemma says this m power nm is 0. In this, you realize now Nakayama lemma is so very important. We use it again and again and again. Nakayama lemma is very important. All right. So, therefore, what is the support of M then? If m power n m is 0, then support of M has to be the whole spectrum. Because this m power n annihilates this m. So annihilator of m contains m power n, so it contains m. Ma, the Jacobson radical. Once it contains Ma, the support will contain all the maximal radicals. All right. Because it's finite. Therefore, support m equal to this. Therefore, dimension is 0. Dimension of the maximal spectrum is 0. Anyway, so the dimension is 0 because an annihilator is this. So that means the ring is A by m power n. This is in this ring only maximal ideals are there. The SPM equal to this in the quotient ring. This ring, in this ring, only this annihilator of m is m power n it contains. So it contains the maximal spectrum here equal to spectrum. That means the ring is 0 dimension. Dimension m is. Now suppose d is d equal to dm and bigger equal to 1. Now we want to use the inductive step. So we need to prove that dimension of m is less equal to d. That is what we need to prove. That will prove this inequality. This is d, and if I prove this is less equal to d, it will prove. So suppose dimension m is less equal to d is not true. So suppose on the contrary that dimension of m is at least d plus 1. Then I should get a contradiction. Once I get a contradiction, this inequality will be proved. So if the dimension is bigger equal to d plus 1, that means what? That means there is a chain in the support of length d plus 1 because dimension of m is the dimension of the support. Dimension of m is the dimension of the support. So if this dimension is bigger equal to d plus 1, means there is a chain here of length d plus 1 at least. So therefore there is a chain like this. Now, if necessary, I will enlarge this chain and assume that this P naught is a minimal element in the support. Of course, with respect to the inclusion. If this P is not minimal in the support, I further add there and then it will increase. So I consider the new chain. So I can assume this P naught is a minimal element in the support. But we have seen the minimal element in the support and minimal elements in the associated primes. They are equal. Mean of these two sets are same. So this P naught is a minimal prime, minimal associated prime ID. That means what? First of all, P naught is associated means n, which is A by P naught is a submodule of that because this P naught is annihilator of some element, and therefore it will give you infusion from A by P naught to M. So this N, which is A by P naught, which is a sub of this. So D of this will be smaller or equal to D of this. So Dn is smaller or equal to Dm, which is D. This is by that lemma. If you have a smaller submodule, then the D will not increase. Now I have the chain, and in that I will choose an element here in P1 which is not in P2. P1, an element which is in P1 but not in P0. So this is possible because this length is at least a positive length. No? So there is P1 is definitely there. Even if D is 0, P1 is there. No, D is not 0. We are assuming D is 1. So P1 is definitely there. So therefore, I can choose, and this inequality, I can choose an element A in P1 which is not in P0. Then this A is a non-derivative either for N. What is N? N is A by P naught. This is integral domain. So there are no zero divisors here, non-zero. Non-zero elements are zero divisors. See, A, these are the A module and A by P naught module is same. So A is a non-zero divisor on N. And therefore, we know in the corollary, if you have a non-zero divisor on the module M, then the D will drop. D will drop. So therefore, D of N by An will be strictly less than D of N. This is by corollary. Therefore, by induction, now the D has dropped. Therefore, by induction, dimension of N by An is less equal to D of N by An. This is strictly less than Dn, and Dn is I should have written less equal to. Less equal to, this is the last one is less equal to D. But this is already contradiction because this says that the dimension of N by An is strictly less than D. This is strictly less, so this may be equal. This is equal also. So the dimension of this is strictly smaller than D. That means what? The chain of prime ideals in the support of this should have length at most D minus 1. Because the dimension is at most D minus 1. But now here you see the chain. If I remove this one, this is a chain here of length D in the support of this. But this support is same as support of N by An. So I produce a chain of length D in this support. That means the dimension of this module is at least D. On the other hand, it's strictly smaller than D. So it's a contradiction. So it's a contradiction. Therefore, dimension of M cannot be bigger equal to D plus 1. So it has to be smaller equal to D. And that has proved our proposition. A Noetherian semilocal, M is a finite A module, then dimension is smaller equal to mu of minimal number of the Jacobson radius. In particular, if A is local, then the dimension of M is smaller equal to embedding dimension of M. And also dimension of the ring is less equal to embedding dimension of M. These are just combining this one. This DM, we noted that, where was it? In 7b9. 7b9. See, we have noted that. DM is smaller equal to that. Therefore, you combine these and this, the last proposition. This is smaller equal to that embedding dimension. All right. All right. So with this, I will stop.